The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? So first I want to tell you that you notice my background is different. No, I did not redecorate my house. My taste is not this good. I am somewhere else. I'm not home right now. I got to tell you, New York, if you're in New York or if you're in the Northeast, you're getting plummeted. So in New York, the other day, it was 11 degrees a couple days ago. Judy was in Florida, and she said, come down. I'm here with Lisa. It's going to be amazing. And I had thought about it anyway. I got the night off last night at Stonewall. And I said, yes, I'll go down. We were all talking. Judy and I were talking, and I was like, it would be great to have someone in Florida to interview. And Judy said, how about Wayne Gilbert? I was like, Wayne Gilbert? That would be amazing. It's Judy's friend who she hired for a party a few months ago. And it was the first time I had met Wayne in person. I'd heard about Wayne, but it was the first time I'd met him in person. And you know, when you, as a musician, you meet other musicians and you're like, oh, cool. Yeah, you throw out a song and you expect that they know it or don't know it. This guy knew every song we threw out there. And we just clicked and had the most wonderful time. It was a birthday party for Lisa, I believe, or just a fun party, and we just had the best time. So ever since then, now I've been buddies with Wayne, and I said, great, we'll have Wayne on. And so we're coming live to you tonight from Florida. We're more specifically in Boca Raton, and from the house of our friend Lisa Sandler, who's an amazing chef. That's her side hustle. That's what she does. She's like a chef, but she's an amazing chef. So she did all the cooking tonight. So let me see. Our friends are coming in. Annette Zito, who's a chef herself, who has Kitchenette on the YouTube channel. She has just popped on. Hi, Annette. We're talking about you this week. Leo and I are always talking about you. Rena Cunelli-Bergi, my cousin from Massachusetts. She is hello and happy Tuesday in sunny Florida. Yes, and I was trying, Rena, I was trying to get together with Cora, who's one of our cousins who lives here part of the year, and we just couldn't, we were so busy running around. Andy Prasky has joined us. Andy Prasky was on our show last week, and it was such a great show. Andy, you are amazing. I watched you like 3 times. And the podcast is now out as well. If you want to catch us in podcast, you can catch us on Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. You just type in What's the Story with Maria. And Leo reminded me that this is episode 232. So that's a lot of episodes, and you can go back and listen to whatever you want. We also have a YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel is also called What's the Story with Maria. So you can watch us live on that on YouTube whenever you want, or is also called What's the Story with Maria. Oh, what's happening there? So you can watch us live on that on. Oh, okay, good. That works out. And so I think it's running as we speak on YouTube. Oh, you're showing it. Oh, great, Leo. Okay, so Leo is, thank you. Leo is like our right-hand man, or Girl Friday. And he is showing
in picture.
That was real. That's really amazing. Oh my God. It's like
welcome to the What's the Story with Maria multiverse.
So you can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on all those platforms. Leo, say hello to the people. This is Leo Rodriguez.
Hello, my love.
And he is in Idlewild, California. He has very busy days, and he flies home in his little Subaru to make sure our show goes live. He's 3 hours ahead of us now. So it is 9 o'clock.
Behind you.
What?
I'm behind you.
You're 3 hours behind us. So it's 6 o'clock there, a little past 6.
You know, so Leo, I was going to say right now, you know, this backing, when you do like your Barbra Streisand tour, national tour, this would be a great backing for you.
Well, you know what? It's funny that you should say that because this is Lisa Sandler's home, beautiful home. And Judy Mesa, as you call her, Senator Mesa, has spent many, many, many hours with Lisa. She grew up with Lisa. So, and she claims, and I agree with her, Lisa is the best cook ever. So we're at Lisa's apartment. It's beautiful. And earlier, Judy did play some Barbra Streisand, as you know. So now, Leo, sadly, I do not have any of my merchandise because I was older than you did. I know.
Oh, my goodness.
Do you have any of our merchandise, honey, that you can show?
I miss you, Bobby. No, I'm not sleeping through CBS. I'm watching it just later on during the day.
All right, so let me see. You get that, Walla. Okay, so Lynn Porter says, enjoy your Florida trip. Thank you, Linny. We are flying back in the morning, bright and early. Okay, so our first item, which is our biggest seller, is, show them, Leo, Blue Apron that says, go ahead, keep eating, which is our catchphrase for when we do the food section of our show, which tonight is going to be very special because I did not cook it. Lisa cooked it.
Yeah, go ahead, keep eating with Chef Lisa.
Yes, so actually, you know what? I'm going to mail Chef Lisa one of these. I wish I had one with me. I just like packed so quickly, I forgot to bring one. But Lisa is going to get a complimentary Blue Apron in the mail this week. So what else you got there, Leo?
Well, you know, based on our apron,
Lisa did get, I brought her Nothing But the Apron calendar. So what happened is we sold a bunch of aprons, and a couple of guys, naughty little guys that we know, started taking pictures of themselves with just the apron.
It's February.
And then more guys, I know, said, oh, right, it is February 1st. Dun, 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 dun. Raina Crignali Berge is his agent. Why? Because it's her husband, Ron Berge, our favorite mailman. He has a picture of himself with nothing but the apron. He's got a little frying pan in his hand there, and some thongs.
The bacon.
Right. And so he is, he's sporting that apron. He looks very sexy. And Rena told me this morning, she texted me to tell me that Ron is very excited that it's his month. It's his month. He's Mr. February. So now the aprons are $25. The calendars. Oh, she loved April.
Oh, hey.
That's Jay, right?
That's Jay. Lisa loved April. Lisa, do you want to come here and tell us how much you loved April? Just come and sit with me for a second.
It's it's going to be a very
talking about the calendar. Okay, so this is Lee. Come on in here. So this is our friend Lisa Sandler. This is her beautiful home. And she even has a sparkly mask. So I gave her the calendar 2 days ago, and she flipped through it. And who was your favorite?
Number April.
Jay. Now, Leo, you enjoyed April as well.
It's an unbelievable warm front coming in April.
Leo often has to fan himself. So Lisa is letting us use her home. She cooked an amazing meal. Actually, she's cooking as we're going live. And so while I'm going to be interviewing Wayne, Lisa is going to be cooking, but she may pop on herself and walk around. You know, Lisa is Lisa, and we want her to be part of the show. And she originally told me she was very shy. So looking good, hot mama, says your daughter. Jenna Strauss has joined us. That's her beautiful daughter who just had a baby, and he's adorable. So believe it or not, this hot mama is a grandmama now. Can you believe that? So, yes. So Lisa is cooking for us, and I'm sorry, Ron, I know you're Mr. February. She thought you were adorable, but she was fanning herself over Mr. April.
So very close seconds.
Any leftovers that you're bringing me home?
Oh, We also have a tote bag. Lisa gotta send you all
Okay, that sounds great, Leo.
We have a tote bag, and that is $10. That wash as well. Yes.
I want shrimp.
Oh, he wants shrimp. Okay.
Okay.
With the tote bag, it says, "Go ahead, keep eating." On the back, that's our food segment. That's $10. It's durable. Thank you, Leo, for showing how durable that is. It's like the Sham Wow. Remember that Sham Wow? The tote bag. And then we also have, I saw a mug. So show them, oh my God. What's the story with Maria mug? On the back, what does it say, Leo? Go ahead.
Keep eating.
The whole show is
story of my life.
That's
Keep
right.
eating.
We love to eat. We both love music. Lisa and I today had different music on while she was cooking. I chopped a few things. That's all I did. But Judy got very upset because she said, "Don't ruin Lisa's recipes. Don't intervene." I said, "I'm just chopping things." So I wanted to be helpful in the kitchen.
You chop them at the right angle.
Yeah. Well, Lisa showed me how she wanted things cut, and I did it.
I noticed that
you,
Lisa
Maria.
is
You're welcome. Oh, I love
You
Lisa.
did a great job.
So this is great. Lisa is with us tonight. What's that, Leo?
Lisa is definitely part of the crowd because she's got on her blacks.
She got on her black. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Restaurant or theater, she's got on her black.
that's the
right.
Italian uniform. And Lisa is Jewish, and you know, Jews and Italians, I always say, we're interchangeable. It's all about carbs, and now we know it's also all
Well,
about
throw Mexicans in there as well.
Oh, Mexicans too. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to leave it. I have to tell you, Wayne is the best. Been at parties of mine.
Okay.
He is.
Tell us about Wayne, because Wayne played your party. So
He's
tell us-
amazing. He's really, his voice is great. His repertoire gets the party going.
He really does.
He's amazing. He really is. I don't have enough words for him.
Now, you also saw him at a restaurant.
I saw him at a restaurant as well.
He was playing.
Everybody was on the floor dancing away.
Yeah, and he got everybody going, right?
Everybody going.
It was wonderful.
Everybody.
So Lisa can attest to the fact that Wayne gets the party started and keeps the party going. So Lisa, would you like to introduce our next guest?
Our next guest here is Mr. Wayne Gilbert.
Round of applause. Thank you, Lisa Sandler. My goodness. Come on, Wayne. Come on and join us. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Wayne Gilbert.
Hello, everybody.
A.K.A. Dr. Wayne. Dr. Wayne, which is his little side A.K.A., right? So, Wayne, thank you for driving to Boca, because you don't live in Boca. You have friends in Boca, as you told me.
Yes.
But you're not originally a Florida guy, though, right?
No, I'm from a place that's a little hard to pronounce. It's called Long Island.
Long Island.
Long Island.
So you're a New York guy. You were born in New York.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Actually born in Jersey City. Yeah.
Well, you know Judy Mesa, your friend,
Jersey. Yes.
who introduced me to you, and now you're
Right.
my friend. I won't steal you because she'll get upset if I steal you. But so she lives in Jersey. You're in Jersey City, Long
Same hospital
Island.
as Frank Sinatra, actually.
You know Hoboken.
Same hospital. Maybe even the same room. I've wondered that myself.
You know what? You're both pretty musical. That's what you have in common. So, Wayne, now you went from Jersey to Long Island and ended up. You've been in Florida many years, though, right?
Twice. This is the second time I've been in Florida. I was there, I guess, 96 to 99.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you traveled. We know we're going to get to all that because Wayne has got such a story. And he's got so much stuff that's happened with him. Okay, so the first thing I always love to. Well, how did I meet Wayne? I met Wayne through Judy. Judy, when she moved to the city, and I met her, she talked about you extensively, and this amazing guy. And you have to hear Wayne, and you two worked together for a little bit, right? You and Judy? Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So was it like a
And
dueling pianos thing? Or?
She left. We did some other private and then actually public gigs, but yes, that's what we were doing.
Okay,
together.
so she raved about you. Wait till you hear Wayne. And then your friends rave about people, but you don't really know because you know how it is. It's like yeah.
Am I allowed to return it?
Of course.
You know how many people ask to sing with me, and I bite my nails.
Not
You're good. You're good. You.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Goosebumps. I mean, real goosebumps.
Oh, honey,
Your voice
thank
is
you.
a powerhouse.
I
It
appreciate.
blew
I
me
wasn't
away.
expecting that. Thank you so much.
Let
What
me
a
tell you,
sweet thing.
it's true. I'm not just saying that because of this. I've thought it from like the first line you sang, I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh,
Son,
wow.
that's true. So
Well-
mutual respect. What did they say? Respect my woman.
I gotta tell you. So Judy threw this great party for Lisa a couple months, maybe about 6 months ago, and a bunch of us were there. It was great. It was catered. We had so much fun. Wayne showed up, and he just kind of quiet. He was joking a little bit. He kind of quietly set his equipment up. And I'm used to working with a lot of musicians, and they're my friends and they're wonderful. But I didn't know Wayne. As soon as he started, I swear to God, I had the same. I was like, oh my God, this guy is amazing. You played everything there was to play. Anything anybody asked for, you knew or you looked up, or you just kind of. And your keyboard, which I do want you at some point.
Yeah.
We're gonna. I want to talk about all your technical knowledge.
Right.
But we had so much fun, and I said, you know what? If you ever come to New York, let me know. I know you're going to start because I saw that you're going to start like kind of a cross country tour.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that.
Okay, so
I haven't told anybody about that.
no, but I know that we had talked about you doing that because
Right.
you're a traveling guy. You have that in your blood, in your past.
And I haven't done it since 2002 or 3. I haven't traveled at all.
Okay.
Playing, well,
you were
not
playing
much,
here
not
though,
much.
right? You were in Florida.
Yeah, I've been basically staying in Florida for the whole time.
Okay, and I think did you work at the Hard Rock as
Yeah.
well?
Well, you were talking about dueling pianos, and with the dueling pianos thing that's how you have to learn all those songs. All requests, all the time. Requests. This, I mean, from country to sometimes they'll ask for Beethoven or chopsticks, or whatever it is they'll ask for. I have to know it pretty much, otherwise I flop at my job. So
Right. So they just will send tickets out with money on them.
sometimes.
And you and another piano player, you kind of alternate, right? That's what dueling pianos is?
Well, also they have different instruments like the drums and the bass and the guitars, and it is like maybe 2 teams sometimes of 2 players. So what we do is we rotate it, and for the top of the hour, I'll jump on the drums, or I'll jump on the bass, or jump on the guitar. Most of us play multi-instruments. So.
That part I did not know.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know that you had talked about playing other instruments, but I didn't know that you did that live like that at dueling pianos.
Right.
So let's say someone were to throw out Johnny Be Good. Would
Right.
maybe one of you grab the guitar?
At the top of the hour when they're switching teams, it's like 1 or 2, maybe 3 songs if it's really inspired, and that's what we do.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
And you
It's
play
fun.
the drums too, right?
One of my better instruments.
Okay, why do you say one of your better instruments? Because I think you play the piano beautifully. And
Well, if you listen to Neil Peart on Rush, it teaches you how to have to play better than Ringo.
Okay.
I love Ringo. Don't get me wrong.
No, I
But you know what I'm
got you.
saying.
We all have our favorite
And
drummers.
why I say drums more because I'm a great guitarist in the studio, but try and put me out live, it's more rhythm, and I can't do those.
Yeah.
It's too tedious for me. I'm just not natural at that, but I'm working on it.
So would you say that maybe the reason you say my better instruments is because you're more comfortable at the drums than any other? Or you're more
really good at feeling the bass when I'm playing bass. It's kind of simplistic. It's only 1 note at a time.
Right.
And keyboards are 10 sometimes at a time.
Yeah.
Whatever, close to.
And then you're switching things around, and you have all these different sounds that come up. My musical director, who you would love, Lynn Portis. I was just going to say her name.
Look at that.
And there she is,
Lynn.
Lynn Portis, genius, as I call her.
Uh-huh.
She is an amazing pianist, and she has a great keyboard. Like Lynn, you would love Wayne. You guys would totally. Long Island guy. She's in Long Island. She's been Island, right?
Long Island.
You would love each other, and she has a very similar. You have very similar keyboards in that you can play different sounds.
Maybe she could type which rig she has.
Yeah, type in what you have. I love them
Thank
already.
you,
See,
sweetie.
yeah, Lenny. Oh my God, you guys would be total buddies. Type in the
keyboard you have.
The keyboard you have. She always has like the best of the best. Julie Cesari. Hi, Julie. She is coming in from California.
Heard of it?
I think she's in Malibu right now.
Right.
So Rena is talking about Ron is taking this as a challenge and said next year he will pose more provocatively. Lisa, do you see what you started, Mister?
You're in good shape, Lisa.
That's Lisa Sandler.
Right.
Now has got my cousin-in-law, the mailman, thinking about more you might have to pose next year too.
Oh, goodness gracious.
But I know, hey, listen, it's open to all people.
Starting the gym tomorrow.
Well, you don't have to start the gym. Be yourself.
Uh-oh. That's one of my name of my songs.
Be yourself?
On my Teach the World CD. It's Be Yourself. It's one of my favorite songs.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, it's great.
Good to know. We're going to talk about with so much to
Great
talk
for me.
about.
I'm not trying to brag.
No, listen.
To me, it's a great concept.
Let me tell you
great
something.
Concept.
What we do as musicians, sometimes we don't want to talk about because we feel like we're being, overconfident, too promoting. Listen, if we don't promote ourselves, who the hell is going to? Yes, Leo.
We have an answer from the genius Lynn Portis.
Oh, Lynn Portis. And what is the answer? Yamaha M.
Well, there's two different keyboards.
She's
there.
probably got two of them.
Oh, she has two then. She has the
Yamaha
two.
Max.
Yamaha Max and a Core.
I'm a big supporter of Yamaha keyboards because I've won few awards from them before.
Before I run downstairs to the studio and fix, the sink, I wanted to tell you the eagle has landed.
Okay, thank you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to segue into that.
Right.
Okay, so
Yes.
I want you to talk about, because Lynn will find this fascinating, your relationship with Yamaha in general and how you contributed to that instrument.
More
your
past relationship to Yamaha. I was working at Mars Music and they were trying to sell these keyboards and it had like 5 buttons on them and they thought it would be more simple to have 5 buttons on a keyboard, but not really, because if you want to say transpose something, you have to press this and press it again and press it again and press it again until you see transpose, and then you say, you want to transpose? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. And on and on and on. I said, wait a second. Why is less buttons intimidating? If you had a keyboard that had all the buttons laid out right there, labeled what to do, you know where to go and press piano sound, for instance, or transpose.
And what year was that you worked with them on this Yamaha?
1998, 98.
Okay.
Because
and they listened to you, obviously.
They stole my idea.
They stole your idea.
They took my blueprints. I had all the blueprints.
Oh my God, Lenny, are you listening?
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Lynn knows about.
But at least I get to play on these keyboards now. Back then it was a little different incarnation. Yeah.
And they kind of took your idea.
I said, why can't you have all these harmonizers? Why can't you just put everything into one machine here and have you plug your vocals in, you can sing through it, you can harmonize with what you're doing and then change the harmonies? It made no sense that they didn't just have something, but you know how technology is. They charged a lot at first and now they come down. So.
Right, because everybody's doing it. So Lynn said, awesome, of course they stole it. Lynn knows all about this.
There was a change in the guard at the time. They were on board with me, and then all of a sudden, the Yamaha went through different sales and different partnerships or whatever, and I got lost in it. So
wow.
I wouldn't say they stole it, but
they were inspired by you.
Very much so.
So much so that they created something exactly like you had created.
Somewhere I have the original drawings of what I had written, and then I could take a picture of the keyboard.
You know what? You should hold on to that. You should hold on.
A little too late.
Yeah, well,
maybe I should ask Judge Judy, but.
Well, Judy Mesa is here. She may be a judge someday.
Judy. Senator Judy.
Senator Mesa, that's what Leo calls her. I want you to tell us about how you went from country. At one point, you went from country to country to country playing. Well, how old were you, and how did this whole thing start? Because you've been playing since you were a kid, right?
Yeah,
young guy?
2 years old, I think. Yes, I have pictures of me playing in videos of when I was literally 1969, when I was 2 years old. Yeah. So how did I go from country to country? That's a very easy question. Uh-oh, what's that? We found something?
That's okay. Go ahead.
It's a very easy answer to a question. I got fired.
Beautiful. Listen, today we were talking about that.
I was in Holland.
Lisa was talking about that today. Yeah. Sometimes somebody gets fired, and it's always a better job.
Yin and yang, right?
Always.
So I was literally, I moved to Holland to play at one place, and then there's a little culture difference. I had written some music, and I went to another club to play on the day they were closed, as a matter of fact. And I guess with the culture difference, they were offended by the fact that I had played somewhere else. Although it was closed that day, and it was all my original music, nothing to do with it. But
right.
So they told me they were letting me go, and I told the other piano players, and one of them hooked me up with this agent. He says he'll send you everywhere. Next thing I know, I'm in Norway. Next thing I know, I'm in Austria. Oh my God.
Germany?
Germany, yes. I went to Germany. All over, really, all over Europe. I did months at a time, lots in Switzerland. And
Wow.
yeah.
And what would you play? Your original music, or would you
No,
play
very
covers
rarely,
as well?
very rarely. You know, it's funny over there.
What do they want to hear over there? Was it different than here?
It's the same, but not as much.
Okay.
I mean, I went to play Jack and Diane. Everybody knows Jack and Diane here.
Right.
But when I played it over there, they looked at me like I had 4 heads. I'm like, your turn. And they were looking at me like,
Oh, wow.
So I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
Okey-doke.
But they enjoyed it.
Yeah, they did. Because
Would you find
I
that-
quickly learned what songs not to play and what songs they did. But the Beatles, they always loved that. And Pink Floyd. And they always loved the classic rock scene.
And you mentioned something about Rush.
Oh, man.
You love Rush, right? That's your band?
I've never seen a more talented 3 people in a band that can play their instruments so with such is the word virtuosity. Is that a word?
Virtuosity.
Should we make up one?
No, I think
it's a word. Virtuosity.
Well, you may have the blueprints for that word.
There are ones since that have been
Webster
influenced by them and Fish. The band Fish has uncanny musicians in it. I don't know how the hell they could get through these songs. But yeah, I was more attracted to the more intricate songs and the more harder to play ones because
you like to be challenged.
Yeah.
And look, from what I'm getting is you were smart. Obviously, if you're playing the piano too, you're a really smart kid. And a smart kid that thinks in technical ways or scientific or ways of physics.
Yeah, I do.
Wants to get, what's the next thing I can learn? What's the next thing I can do? What else? And also electronically, obviously, technically, you enjoyed that kind of, like you said something in another interview that I loved. You said, I love the interview that I watched, but you said, I always want to know the way things worked.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? Why wouldn't someone want to know that? I thought that was an amazing statement.
It's incredible. I mean, when you really think about the universe, you think about it. Should we be here? Is there any reason at all that anything should exist at all? And the fact that it does is perplexing to me. So why not learn? I mean, we're not privileged enough to know, what's going on unless we really, try to learn. And our intellect, as much as we have, each person is different, but as much as we have, I try to learn why we're here. What am I doing? What am I supposed to be doing?
I love that. So these are all philosophical questions, right?
I'm deep.
I love that though, but because I am too, and I get it. And have you ever felt that you were somewhere and moved to be somewhere else, or moved to do something else, and you couldn't explain why? Like, I feel like I should go and do this, or I should write this song, or I should. Do you let yourself be like a vessel, or are you more like you get in your own way?
It's embarrassing, but I would say that I'm hardly ever inspired to write music.
That's not embarrassing, because you're more a technical guy, right?
I only want something you're supposed to do if you're a musician. You're supposed to do it, and it's hard for me. I'm in the studio, and I'm very technical, yes, so I want everything to be perfect. So all my recordings take forever.
When's your birthday? You an Aquarius?
I'm a virgin, September 7th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Lenny, tell me what she knows all about. Oh, I can smell the sizzle, says Leo.
You can hear it.
Can you hear the sizzle?
Yeah.
Lisa is literally cooking as we speak.
So
we're like
watching her.
Totally mesmerized by all of this. Oh my God. We'll show you the food in a little while. So go ahead. The studio.
Yeah, it's not that it's hard for me to get through this. It's like I said, playing guitar, I can get it right after 75 or 80 takes, and it's right.
Yeah, but you're amazing but the piano.
The piano is like nothing. My last Teach the World CD, I simulated all the instruments and did it all. The guitar parts, all simulated.
Wow.
They're all done on the keyboard just to make the process go faster.
Yeah, well,
otherwise it would take me years and years to do everything.
I know, and Lynn she's that kind of person. Like, I go into the studio with Lynn, we've written a bunch of songs together. She also has arranged some of the other songs I've written with other people. And I'll go in the studio with Lynn in, different studios, and she will play all these different instruments. It's mind-blowing. I just left a session, literally says Lynn, just got home from the studio. So you understand.
Got home from the studio.
That's it. Now, you played, I want to talk about, Leo, can we show that clip of, because you played I know you did a Long Island gig, since we're talking to Lynn and she's from Long Island. You did a Long Island gig a while back, right? And I got a clip of it.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, what might that be?
Okay, so Leo, can you turn that up and play that? Beautiful. Thank you, Leo.
Wow.
You're gonna love this. I got special clips
Poster.
for you. Okay. You recognize it?
Her name is Patty Atkins. I've ever met in my life. My heart pounds. The best friendship possible for her.
I know.
And I
And
never get to see her.
let me tell you something.
What a surprise to see that.
I know.
Glad
That
I'm not wearing
I
the
found
same
that clip.
shirt.
What a surprise! There she is.
No.
Hi.
Surprise! Listen, I got to tell this quick. I posted something about Wayne being in. I forget what it was. Maybe it was your birthday. I don't know. And I posted
Okay. That was a trip to New York.
when you
My brother
were.
got married, actually.
Yeah, but you were doing. Or I posted a picture, and Patty was
Something
like,
on Facebook. Yeah.
"How do you know Wayne?" I was like, "How do you know Wayne?"
Oh,
And then Patty and I have known each other for years.
so sweet.
And so I was like,
Looking good, girl.
and
Thank you.
Patty, you said the same nice things about you that you said about her. So I said, I'm going to surprise Wayne and bring Patty.
What a great one. That really got me.
That was a fun night too.
Sure was. My actual teacher from high school showed up. And
Really?
played guitar with us. It was magical. Sal Levy was just.
Listen to
It's
you
funny.
go.
He told me he couldn't make it that last minute. He told me he couldn't make it, and then I was all kind of bummed. And then he showed up, and I said, "I thought you said you couldn't make it." And he goes, "I lied."
I love it.
It made my night.
So Patty, thank you so much for coming on and joining us and helping me to surprise Wayne.
I'm happy to.
And you know what else? I have a picture of just me, Patty, and Judy together at that same place.
No way, really?
Yeah, I sure do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's somewhere. I didn't bring it. I had no idea.
It's okay. You know what? After we
A photo.
post the show, then you guys can post it,
Sure, absolutely.
just in one of the
That's right.
the chats.
Just the three of us at the Black Forest Brew House, which is no longer there.
Where was that in Long Island?
In Farmingdale.
Farmingdale.
Farmingdale. Okay, and Patty, you're still out in Long Island, right?
I am still out here, yes.
And you still sing, right?
Yes. Actually, that video convinced the keyboard player in my band that we need to do Come Sail Away. So
Oh, nice.
I love
He was
Styx. by the
inspired.
way. Just like you feel about Rush, I feel about Styx. And I love
Sticks? Oh my
Tommy
God,
Shaw.
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
same
Oh
here.
my God. It's just great stuff,
I like
right?
to put him in my pocket.
I know, right? Well, you probably could. He's a little guy.
Yes.
He's a
Oh,
little.
yeah,
Oh, wait. So
What do you
Patty
got?
sent me this picture. Patty, thank you. Patty, you tell the story of this picture,
What is
please.
that?
I just wanted to show you how interactive Wayne is with his audience. He called that little kid up, and the kid held the harmonica during Piano Man. It was
Right.
adorable.
How great is that? So Patty sent me
I
this
purposely
today.
forget my harmonica stand so I can do that. It's nice.
It's
You
so
want people
sweet.
involved. What are you going? Otherwise, what's the point?
Right.
If you're in a place, you just want to keep them involved. Otherwise, it's
No, you're an
it's
entertainer. You are an entertainer.
And you guys have known each other for a long time, right?
Since high school.
Since
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
So did you work together that early on, or Patty? You told me that.
No, actually, he's the person who really showed me that I could sing. I would just sing along with everybody else.
in my kitchen, right? In the
In
kitchen.
your kitchen, in the basement, and wherever your keyboard happened to be at the time.
Yeah, I was
My
like
favorite story, though, is that he asked me to sing backgrounds on an album he was recording. I'd never been
Right.
near a studio before. And we went through and we did it. And then he goes, hold on. And he takes my hand and he pulls me out the door of the studio and we start running around the parking lot. He's leading me, running around the parking lot. And then we go back in and he puts me in front of the microphone. He says, okay, now do it again.
Got the blood flowing.
It was great.
Wow. And it also probably got your mind off the singing,
Yes.
because I
Like,
would
what
have
is he
been more
doing?
relaxed. Like, what is this guy doing? Like, this is crazy. and then you're in there, and you're right. Your blood's going, your body is warmed up, and now you're ready to go. So, how nice that you guys have known each other so long.
Oh, yeah.
So you're part
She
of
looks
each other,
exactly the same.
right?
It's amazing. I don't know what happened, but she found the fountain
Don't
over there.
filters. Don't worry.
It's the Long Island fountain of youth.
Great. What a surprise. I feel like this is your life. What's popping up next?
Oh, look at this. Megan Nevins Brown says, "Thank you for making Patty a singer. She is amazeballs."
Balls.
Now, Megan,
She is.
Megan is a mutual friend of ours. Do you know Megan?
They have not met yet.
Oh, you would love Megan. Megan's
Yeah.
really a great singer.
Well, I'll be up there in summertime. I'll be up.
So Wayne is going to come up in the summertime. Let us know if there's somewhere you're playing, or if whatever. We'll promote it on our show.
Great.
But what I do think we must do
Yes.
is we must get together. You, me, Judy, Megan, Lynn, and we'll come out to Long Island.
A festival.
And we'll just get some dinner and talk music and just have fun and enjoy each other's company.
I'm in.
I
Definitely.
love it.
Great.
So, Patty, what's going on in Long Island? The clubs are starting. I know Lynn plays. Lynn, can you please type the places that you play?
Oh, yeah. Also.
Yeah, there's slowly. Yeah, there's a couple of gigs. We've been mostly playing, outdoors whenever possible. So the winter's been quiet.
Yeah, absolutely. But I know a lot was happening out there, and I know Lynn plays at in Belmore.
Belmore.
I think there's a Galleria. Do you still play at the Galleria, Lynn? She'll type all the
Yeah.
places. Patty, you and Lynn should know each other. Merrick, Westbury. Lynn, you should Facebook friend both of these guys, and Wanta, because she's an amazing musician. And
Yeah, I'd love to see her.
Yeah,
Expect
she's
a friend
great.
request pretty soon there.
Yeah.
Miss P.
That's it, Miss
Yeah.
Lynn Portis. So, Patty, I definitely want you to stick around. You don't have to. I mean, Leo, we can bring Patty back in because pretty soon we're going to do the food segment of our show.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite yet, but in about 5 minutes, and
Oh, wow.
Lisa's going to show us some of her dishes.
Great.
But I'm going to talk to Wayne for a little bit longer about some of the other stuff he's done, and then we'll bring you back in, Patty, in like 5 minutes. Can you hang out?
Sure, no problem. I get to watch the show.
Yay! Patty
What a great surprise.
McCormack Atkins.
Yes.
Your friend. Look at that. I wanted to surprise you. Were
That
you
was
surprised?
the best one.
And you know what was perfect? You can't
Couldn't be
write this
better
up.
person.
You were so
Surprising.
complimentary
Mhm.
up when I mentioned her name.
Yeah.
And she was just
sauce.
as complimentary
Oops.
when I said, "Hey, could you come on and surprise?" She's like, "Are you kidding me? He's one of the nicest guys, and he's the reason that I sang." I was like, "This is perfect."
Well, it's perfect time to bring up the fact that she can come sing with me when, I've decided now that I bought an RV.
Oh wow!
It's my new tour bus.
I love
And I'm
it.
going to start touring the country. But I'm going to pre-announce where I'm going to be.
Okay.
And I'm going to let anybody in the country book me wherever I am for the first time in my career.
Wow.
I mean, once in a while I've traveled, but I'm going to make a year or two of I don't specifically plan on going to a specific place because someone asked me at that time, but I'm going to announce, I'm going to be in your area for this amount of time, and you can have me come and play it.
Wow, I love
Anything,
that.
anything, yeah.
So that's really like trusting the universe. Earlier we were talking about why am I here? What does it mean? That to me is you just opening up and saying, I trust the universe. I come ready. I come equipped with knowledge and creativity. This show is about creative people and the living, thriving, and surviving as a creative person. The reality of that, we talk about this all the time. And that to me is like really just saying like, you know what, universe, I'm open.
Why not do something different? I've done so much already, but you have to do something different.
And your training in Europe, I think, kind of set you up for that anyway. You were used to going somewhere and then going somewhere else and then going somewhere else.
And what's the worst that happens? I see a part of the country where I'm going to go anyway.
Right.
And if it doesn't have a show there, I'll just enjoy and learn.
Take it in.
Yes, yes.
You're doing a cross country. You're going cross country and you're
Maybe even Alaska, yeah. Like just wherever I can.
They could use some music in Alaska.
Right.
They could use music everywhere, and
That's
I've heard you, and you're amazing. We're gonna take a minute. Lisa, how much time do you need?
I'm just bringing this over. And
Okay, great.
Right.
And then what we're gonna do? So don't rush because we got time. I think Judy's. I don't know where she is, but
coming out.
she's busy. Maybe she'll come out and join us soon. Okay, so I'm going to put this out there. If anybody is cross country and you would like Wayne to play for you, Wayne, how can they can see you on YouTube, right? So how can we find you on YouTube?
It's like YouTube, but MeTube 901.
So it's called
MeTube 901.
MeTube 901, and they can see and hear you play.
That's correct.
Okay.
I have a lot of videos on there.
Yeah, and he's like so much fun. Wayne is so much fun. Thanks so much, you guys. So happy I got to meet you all. You don't understand. I have to introduce you to Lynn. You guys are going to be fast friends.
Excellent. Only one more thing I'm really excited
Anything you
about.
want. Go ahead, talk about whatever you want.
50 years ago today. 50 years ago, Todd Rundgren came out with his Something Anything album with Hello, It's Me, and I Saw the Light, and all these songs. And I was honored to be asked to be a part of the tribute album with all these incredible artists.
Wow.
And Carole King's daughter is on it, Kazim Sultan, from Utopia Meatloaf, and all those other bands, Marshall Crenshaw, and a whole bunch. Larry Tagg and the Bourgeoisie.
So you're on this album?
Yeah, not on the whole album. Everyone has. I'm actually on 2 of the songs.
Okay, what are the 2 songs that you're on?
Piss Aaron.
Okay.
And a song called Breathless, which is incredible. And guitar.
Are you playing the keyboard?
No, I'm playing keyboard on both of these.
Okay.
The guitar work on that is insane by Fernando. It's just amazing. Okay. There, look at that.
Okay, there it is. So Leo's amazing. How can we not? So Leo, let me just see the cover of the album so people know what to look for.
And the profits are going to musical charity for kids.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Now we love you even more.
It wasn't my charity. It's Todd Rundgren's
it doesn't
charity.
Matter. Amazing. So
That's
Todd Rundgren has a charity. It's called, and the album is called Someone Anyone.
Right. Over Something Anything was the original.
Okay, Someone Anyone? Right. I love this.
Oh, look at that. That's Chasm's that he played on.
Won't you then when the...
Yep, it's...
Wow, I can't... When is it going to be available?
Today.
Okay, so today it dropped today when Wayne is on our program. Leo.
Wayne, what song were you on? What song are you on?
Piss Aaron and Breathless, but mostly Piss Aaron. You'll hear my Wurlitzer sound in there. It's very...
Maybe, you know what, we can close the show with that. We can just play some of it. So you look for that, Leo, while we are going to do this food segment of our show.
Oh, I'm not looking for that during the food segment.
Which is called, and you have to do it with me, Go ahead, keep eating on 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, keep eating. Okay, so now, Wayne, I'm going to need you to just scoot over, because I am going to do what we...
I lost sound. Patty, can I hear you, Patty?
I can't hear them. I can hear you.
Maria, we can't hear you, my love. Nuh-uh. Somebody was drooling on the computer from all that food.
It was too exciting.
I know they have shrimp. I know that was with sizzling in the background. This is live television. That's why I like podcasts right now. They're like the 1950s television.
You got to take it as it comes.
That's right. Live TV. It's fun. Not yet. We can't hear you. You might have to select the microphone and unmute yourself.
Oh, can you hear me now, honey?
Yep, gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Wayne is going to be our roadie. Jack of all trades, Wayne.
You have a whole buffet.
You carry the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can hear her. So Wayne is carrying her microphone. Yeah, just give me the full frame because we got to get the food in. Okay, so we've got Lisa made zucchini. Give us a full frame, Leo.
Gotcha.
Okay, buddy. Thank you, honey. Okay, great. Just so I can. Okay, Lisa, tell us about the zucchini.
We have the most delicious garlicky stuffed zucchini.
And what did you put in it? Garlic?
Garlic, breadcrumbs, zucchini, onion, all kinds of things.
It's delicious, and you cooked it for about 20 minutes, right?
About that, yeah.
Okay, oh my God.
And then we
Piece de
have
resistance.
Succulent,
Succulent.
lobster tails with garlic butter dripping and lemon on the side.
Oh my God, what are these little shrimpy dimpies?
We have our jumbo fried shrimp right over here. They are the best shrimp you will ever eat.
I
I'm not
believe
kidding.
it. Now, what did you mix
Delicious.
for a breadcrumb there? You did
Top secret.
top secret. Okay, I like that because I'm the same way.
And then we have
This is Judy's favorite.
This is Judy's favorite, my friend Lolo's rice.
And, but it's not just rice.
It's
got
Mediterranean rice with
Is that
noodles
vermicelli in it? Is that vermicelli in it?
Yes. How did you know that?
Because I know my Mediterranean rice.
Yes, you really do. Okay,
We
and
have
look at this.
corn, sweet, crisp, corn on the cob.
Beautiful.
Right here. And this also is the best garlic infused bruschetta.
Bruschetta, and she toasted the bread in the oven.
We have the bread.
And what do you
And
have
then
here?
We have fried onions. That's Judy's request. It doesn't really go with the meal, but
She
loves
wanted it.
She wants it in her rice. She'll have it on her toast.
With the senator what she
Fried
wants.
onions.
Fantastic.
She always loved it on the steak. And this is our fabulous dinner for Judy, Maria, and
Wayne. And this is the fabulous Lisa Sandler. She is our famous chef, and this is her beautiful home in Boca that we're enjoying. Oh my God! Thank you, Wayne, for helping with that.
Oh, wow.
Wait,
Let me just
he's
fix this.
technically applied.
That was like the you know how they call it the sky cam. That what would we call? And Wayne was like, Karen, you were. What do they call the guy that the best boy? The boom stand guy, the grip.
Yeah, the grip. The boom
I
mic.
think they call him the
Audio
grip,
technician.
right? You were amazing. So Patty is back. Thank you, Patty, for waiting in the green room.
Thanks for making me hungry.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
right.
I know. That's the only when I first started doing this show. What we used to do was I cook anyway every week, but I would cook and my guests would be in the audience. I mean, in the studio with me, and then we would all eat afterwards. And then, what happened in the last few years, and so we couldn't always be together. So people would zoom in, and I would cook, and everybody would get so jealous. But tonight we made a little exception where we're having a little bit of fun. Boom holder, thank you. Andy is in film and
Boom.
does commercials and things.
I said boom,
Yeah, you did.
but we didn't have a boom. We had my arm.
He was
My arm was the boom.
the arm was the boom. So Andy, thank you for straightening that. Richard Skipper, oh my God, Leo is there. Yes, he is.
And I'm going to be there. I'm going to visit you, Leo. How do you think of that?
Oh,
One of my
That'd be awesome.
my
Great.
second trip is going to be out to California for sure. Lots of friends out there.
He's in the mountains too. He's right. How far are you from Palm Springs?
Well, I'm actually 10 miles as the crow flies to Palm Springs.
Wow.
I live up in the mountains, so it takes me an hour to drive down there.
Nice.
Right. Because you got to drive slow.
Yep. Oh my
And
God.
are you going to go back to Long Island and see Patty?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to do where the weather is nice all the time.
Yeah,
That's the
that's a
idea.
good.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need your pipes freezing in an RV.
So I won't see you for a while.
No, I do have relatives to meet. I have my brother had a baby, and my
Oh,
cousin
nice.
also had a baby the same week. And I
A lot of
Nice.
people are having babies. I'm telling
lots
you.
of babies.
It's baby season.
So I'll be up probably a little bit before I'd like weather-wise, but I'll be there, yes.
Now, Patty, speaking of babies, you have kids. They're not babies anymore. They're what, teenagers?
I've got an almost 19-year-old and a 15-year-old, 16-year-old.
What?
Excuse me.
How could that
Yeah.
be?
You're in the thick of it right
I don't
now.
know. She's in the middle of her freshman year at Berkeley.
Ageless. Ageless.
So they're musicians as well?
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
that amazing?
She wants to do the production end. She wants the headphones.
Oh, nice.
That's even better. because she'll always work.
Rich, of course, a very innovative bass player.
Yes, my husband, he's a bass player in my band and in 2 other bands.
Wow. And what's your husband's name?
Rich.
Rich Atkins?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, I just want to get the name out there so that people hear it, because we may know what it is. But also remember that this show will now go into podcasts. And we miss your sauce, says Megan. Yes, Megan, I'm going to make a sauce run to Long Island. I keep trying to plan this, but let's do it in the spring when the weather is nice.
Sauce is the boss.
Yes.
She makes a good sauce, too.
So this show also goes into podcast. It's called, of course, What's the Story with Maria, and you can find it on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. So within 24 hours of this show, this show will be up. But we have 230 what episodes, Leo?
232 episodes.
So there's a lot of different people that have been on, and you can catch all of them. But so your husband's a bass player. I didn't know that, Patty.
He's a bass player in my band, fortunately.
What's a Chapman stick? I don't know what that is.
That is it's a percussive instrument. It has 12 strings. Like, it's just Tony Levin played it with Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
We've seen it in video.
Wow. That's fantastic.
It's a lot of talent to be able to play that thing. It's very tough. It's a tough thing.
It is cool.
I've never heard of it. Patty, are you guys playing anywhere that we should know about, or?
Right now, we have nothing on the calendar. It's been a weird couple of months. So, but I'll let you know next time we do.
It's been a really weird couple of months, and all of us musicians are in the same boat. Mm-hmm. But we're all like literally at the starting line again of a race. It's like we're like jonesing to get going again. And some of us are still out there, and we've adjusted some things and had to pull whatever, but we're ready and we're in shape and we're ready to go. Now, Patty, will you promise me that when you do go back to gigging, that you will post it on my Facebook page, and then I will post it on the What's the Story with Maria page.
Wow, nice.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. And that goes for you too when you start touring. But please let me know, okay, so I can get the word out. And then when if you have stuff that you want to promote, let me know. We'll bring you back on, okay? And maybe you can come on with your husband. That would be really cool.
Oh, he would love that.
Yeah, I would love that. You know, my whole thing is, listen, when I started doing the show, the reason I started doing it, because I was given an opportunity by Armed Radio, which I want to shout out to Armed digitalmedia.com, Armed Radio Global. And Jim Bell is our producer and engineer. So he runs the show from New Hampshire. The beauty of technology, right? And he's going to make sure our show gets up onto podcasts within the next 24 hours. Right. But I was given an opportunity by Joe Rocks, who is their main guy. What do you want to talk about? I want to give you a show. I said what I know best is performers. That's what I know, because that's who my friends are. I would love to be able to promote them. He said, sure, I'll give you a chance to do that and go for it. And he loved it. And my purpose for being here is to promote my friends, because the hardest part of this business is not singing, not performing, not writing. It's the promo. Mm-hmm. It's so uncomfortable for us. I know I speak for all of us. That's the part where like, oh, I have to do this again, or I don't want to keep talking about myself, so that's why I'll do it for you. So please send it to me, and I will post it on all my pages, okay?
And then there's the finding the job.
I will.
Part.
Well,
that's
finding the job.
That's the whole thing. That's, the
and
worst part.
And we've all had a real challenge, not just finding, but the way the world has changed in the last 2 years, and the restrictions, which is good. We have to do what we have to do, but it's been challenging. But we're getting there. Things are getting better, and that's the way it's going to be. Now, hey Lisa, get back out here, because we're going to close the show soon. Okay. I want everybody. I always like every guest to leave our audience with something hopeful for other creative people. And so let's start with Patty. Patty, what would you like to leave our audience with? Something, just something that will inspire them to stay in the game.
Oh, just keep doing the music because it's what makes you happy. Makes me happy.
Yeah.
And I want to hear it, and I want to see it, and I want to do it. So somebody else has to do it for me to hear it and see it. So keep going.
Beautiful. I love that. Wayne, Mr. Gilbert, what would you like to leave people with?
First thing that comes to mind is watch the Grammys every year. It brings all the styles together. It shows younger, older, whatever. You don't have to be limited. You don't have to be labeled a country artist. You don't have to be labeled an artist of any kind of genre. You can definitely diversify yourself, and even if you're just a listener, diversify your listening. Don't say, oh, I just like this or I just like that. There's a lot going on. There's good parts of every bit of any genre and any style of music. That's what I say. Just educate and be open-minded. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Lisa, if a person is not a cook and they want to start cooking and try, what are some of the things that they can do?
Don't be scared. Just go into it, and it's not hard at all.
You just have to be open to learning new things, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like you and I were talking, we both love to cook. We have some different styles. Today we went on and looked at different YouTube things. I thought that was great. Like she was like, I want to watch a couple of things and see how different people do it. I thought that was really cool. And then, like what I do sometimes is I'll look at a few recipes and then I'll create my own from it. But I'm inspired by other cooks. Do you feel that the same way, Lisa?
Absolutely. I watch them all the time.
Yeah. And the Food Network, we both love the Food Network.
Me too.
Mine is locked on the Food Network.
You know what? Another thing, Wayne, we didn't even get to talk about it. We'll talk about it next time. Is also you're a chef as well.
Was for a long time.
And that's how you supported yourself, right?
Well, supplemented
the arts.
Yes. And then I opened a restaurant, but that's a whole other story.
That's a whole other story. We ran out of time, but we'll talk about that next time. So anybody out there, look, we're in a little bit of a tough time. Don't give up. Keep your spirits up. Keep creating. Now is the time to create because we're going to get out there and perform soon. I love what Wayne said about the Grammys. Every year I watch the Grammys since I was a kid. It inspires me. Listen to great music of other people. Listen to as much as you can. If you're a chef, look at cookbooks. Look at YouTube. Watch the Food Net. Let yourself be inspired and stay open and stay away from perfectionism because that will trip you up. Don't try to be perfect. Just try to be open. So, Leo Rodriguez, where are you, my friend? I want to sign off all together. Okay, Leo, I love you to pieces. You're muted, so I want to be able to hear you. So there he is. Leo's the best. So we want to sign off from we're in Boca. Patty is in Long Island. Leo is in Idlewild. Thank you, everybody. Come back every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube,
Thank you for
Facebook. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Patty.
Thank you.
Thank you for booking in.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, we love and appreciate.
To I am.